Today we're at Gowron Farms in Shelbyville, Kentucky. Bill and Randy Gowron were gracious enough to let us invade their property. I found this area and this farm and just came out and asked them, and they were very pleasant to work with and invited us to come out and spend the day here.
Pick this one up, bring it back, get it to the area. To the hand's nice, but to the areas all you have to do and start it.
We are running our annual hunt test. The Central Kentucky Hunt Retriever Association is part of the national club, the Hunting Retriever Club. That's a club started in the early 80s by duck hunters who basically wanted to extend their season by taking their dogs out and displaying their talents. And so they developed a system to hunt tests. Dogs that pass earn points towards a championship title, and that's what we're doing here today.
The dogs are judged against a standard. It's not judged against one another. It's a standard. It's a set of rules for each level. And in that rules are standards that a dog have to meet to be able to qualify and pass and get a ribbon. We test dogs at 3 different levels. There's a start-it test, mostly for younger dogs. They can be older dogs, but the start-it test means dogs that are just starting into this field of hunt testing.
He's a Boykin Spaniel. He is running in started retriever at the UKC hunt test, which means you have to get 4 passes to get a started retriever title. If it wasn't fun, I wouldn't do it. One, we came from Maryland and it's a long drive, and then it's fun to see your dog actually do what you trained it to do. And you get to meet great people, and you get to learn lots of stuff, and you get to go to states that you've never been to. You've never been to Kentucky, so it is definitely worth it.
Ginger.
And then we have a season level, which is for the mid-level dogs, and a lot of people think that they have to have a finished dog to be a good hunting dog. Well, if you've really got a good seasoned dog, that's really what your hunting dog is. When you get to the finish level, it's more about the fact that we are trying to have better dogs and be more competitive with the dogs. The judges have set up a test here. It's called the water test.
Number 9 to the line. 14 to the holding blind. 1, get ready.
The scenario here is you walk up, you set your dog, and you call ducks. And you have a duck that comes in off your left shoulder, and you shoot it. And before you can send the dog to get that, some more ducks are working. And you load 2 more shells, and you call again. Well, 2 more ducks come in. You shoot a long one, and you shoot a short one. And then you let the dog pick up the marks in any order he wishes to. Just go get all 3 of those birds, bring them back to you. And then you run what we call a blind retrieve, which is dog doesn't know where it is, and he's got to depend on you to get to that bird. You and the dog are partners in this game, and that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to be good buddies and good partners and get the work done to the standard.
Started my first dog, Bear, and he got his Hunting Retriever Championship through the Hunting Retriever Club, and then just kind of got hooked after that. Love watching dogs work. It kind of makes your duck hunting what it is. You know, you kind of go for the dogs and kind of lose the desire to do it without the dogs.
Sonny.
We're the only retriever club that allows handlers to actually handle the gun while they're handling their dog. In the started level, the handlers, of course, are holding the dog because the dogs have tendency to break and things like that. But in our seasoned and finished levels, the handlers actually shoot blanks at dead ducks that are tossed out of launchers.
It takes a good bit of training. Usually dogs most of them are probably over 2 years old. They've been training for a year and a half. It takes training a couple days a week, and you know, again, depending on the dog, some of them are real talented and pick it up really fast. Some take a little bit more work, but almost any dog can get to this level if you're willing to work with them. We're doing a land series today. They were mimicking a Canada goose hunt. The handler will bring their dog up to the line. They will see 3 birds thrown in the air. Those 3 birds mimic birds being shot by by hunters. The dogs have to remember where all three landed. They pick them up one by one. Once they pick up all three birds on their way back from their last bird, we throw a diversion bird, which is a way to see if they will bring the bird back they're supposed to. They come back with their correct bird, then they pick up the diversion bird. And then we ask them to do a blind retrieve. There's a bird hidden out there that they didn't know where it was, and the handler has to direct them to that bird via whistle and hand signals. They run out there, pick up the bird, and they're done.
There's a fine line of where you have to be with the dogs to keep them happy, keep them wanting to do it, you know, keeping their desire up, not putting too much pressure on them. That's probably the biggest thing. Finding that fine balance in training.
The rewarding part of it is just watching a dog do something that it loves to do.